I'm Sam Nichols, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep going so hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't set up for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, where does they go? Who got next? Who got next? Look at my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Yeah, SLT Nation, welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow, real story from rising stars, amazing human beings who are doing big things and living out big dreams. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we showing you effort, no excuses. We got the OG in the building, 33-year-old in the coaching game, but now he's turned and he became the weatherman. We got Sam Nichols in the building. Oh my God, we got a treat for you guys today. Sam, how you living today, man?
Hey, I'm happy. I'm the happiest man in the world.
Oh, I love your energy, y'all. This guy is a treat. We've had some fun backstage, and we're about to give it to you all for the next 20, 25 minutes. So buckle up. We got a great one here ahead. But before we get going, you already know, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside of my brother from another mother, my co-host, my partner in crime, the head coach, KT. Kev. How you doing, man? How you go out and get us, the OG Ron Burgundy, man? How you get us the real one, man?
Man, this is a blessing. I can't take credit for this, man. So he reached out to us.
Oh, man, it's got to be something special for that. It's got to, we're going to have to ring the alarm or something in post-production. But, hey, check this out. If this is your first time tuning in to the Sports Life Talks, you got next. The first thing that Kevin and I want to do is we want to say gracias. We want to say thank you. It means a lot. We know that there's a million other shows that you could be checking out, but you sitting here, you rocking with us. And so we're going to give you 100% effort. Now, with that being said, we do have to ask you a small little itty bitty favor before we get going. We got to pay the bills, ladies and gentlemen. In order for Kevin and I to keep this awesome momentum of 2022 rolling, we need your love and support. So Abilene, Texas, hold us down, show us some love, and on the count of three, in Sports Life Talk tradition, we need y'all to smash that subscribe button. Sam, your people locked in?
Hey, they're ready to roll.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Hey, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are now family. Kevin and I, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family members because that's how much you mean to us. Hey, while you're around after the show, check out. We got over 200 episodes of You Got Next with actors, authors, sports head coaches, Olympians, NFL players. This thing has been a blessing. It is bonanza, ladies and gentlemen. So go rock with us. I guarantee you somewhere in that archives, there's a story that is meant especially for you. And before I get off of this thing and hand this over to KT for the Sports Life Talk initiation, need you to do one other thing. You sitting there, you like, man, I'm having fun. I like these cats. I like the vibe. Share this with somebody. Because what we're about to talk about today, somebody out there needs to hear it, and I'm holding you personally. Now you my play cousin. I'm holding you responsible for sharing the word and spreading the love. All right, Sam, are you ready? Hey, Kevin, can I get a teleprompter? I need to do the green screen with the weather. We got a hot
teleprompter. I don't have a teleprompter. It's all up here.
Ooh, the OG has spoken. All right, that's Kevin. Right. Let's. Hey, he talk about a cold front coming in. We'll heat him up, Kevin. Let's show him what 104 degrees look like.
I like the transition, B. Jones. I really do. All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay, first of all, if somebody took my playlist, they'd think there's about 5 different people because I have, it's kind of like my fantasy team. I like the song over here and a song here, but here's my top 5. B.B. King, number 1.
Ooh.
Bonnie Raitt, number 2.
Okay.
You hear Bonnie Raitt sing "I Can't Make You Love Me," that'll melt you. If
'Cause
it
I
doesn't melt you,
can't make you love me.
she sings it a little different, but that's close. The Eagles, so many platinum albums and songs by the Eagles, love them. Maverick City Music, they're a new group out of Atlanta that are making some noise nowadays.
Chandler
Love
Moore. I love Maverick City. Maverick City
too.
gets a good 45 minutes of play in this household every single day. Kevin, I'm going to get you on that Maverick City.
And then Tasha Cobbs Leonard, I love her as well. She is a really, really fine singer. So those are my top 5.
Now, Sam, I got to ask you, what church you going to with all these black singers and all this? all this R&B?
Music. That's all right. That's all right. I worked my way through school as a DJ at a rock and roll station. So, this isn't anything new to me. But I just love great music. I love great music.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hold up, B. Jones. Go ahead and give him 5. Give him 5.
I was about to ask you, Kevin, are we giving him a whole 5? All right, here we go. Count them up, count them up, count them up.
All right.
So, give us some of your favorite sports teams.
Okay, my 2 favorite sports teams. 2. The Showtime LA Lakers
Good one.
and the Celtics of the same era. Because those 2 teams, they defined basketball in the 80s and a type of basketball that was just like a ballet. It was so good. Both teams could run. Robert Parrish running the floor for the Celtics, and then Kareem for the Lakers. I just loved it. And the physical toughness. And, sometimes I see games in the NBA nowadays. I don't know if those guys could hang with taking the ball. I like to see them take the ball down the lane against some of those guys.
Now, Sam, I'm gonna give you some trivia. I'm gonna see how well you know those Boston Celtics of the '80s. You mentioned Robert Parrish. Do you know what city Robert Parrish is from?
He is from Shreveport.
Shreveport, Louisiana. First off, Sam, that is super dope that you know where Robert Parrish is from, but he is from Shreveport, Louisiana. He's a legend. He went to Sitting there.
That's right. Man, gentleman.
That's absolutely right, man. You can't go around Shreveport without mentioning that name, Robert Parrish.
They were all just first class, both teams.
You always find a way to get Louisiana on the show. That was true.
Kevin, what about him knowing that? I thought I was going to stomp him.
No, I thought you was going to ask me if I knew how to play Boo-Ray, which I do know how to play.
B. Jones, they don't call him an OG for nothing, man.
He the OG. He getting respect. He getting mad respect from the mouth of the South.
And then back to the Lakers in Boston, Magic and Bird, they saved basketball.
Absolutely. They brought it back. I mean, there was nobody going to games. Games were being played at, midnight and just whenever. Had no exposure network-wise. But those 2 guys, as you said, they changed the whole trajectory of the NBA. Well, so those are my favorite 2 teams.
Well, I hate to do a shameless plug because
I was about to do the same thing about tonight.
We got a good one after the show. Kevin and I, we're going to do our live, and we'll tell you about the live later. But y'all go back in the archives because we're going to talk about Mr. 11 Rings tonight. So that'll be a beautiful opportunity for you to come see me and Kevin when we let our professional hat off, right? We let our hair down and we talk some sports. But come check us out.
All right, so I know I got the title of head coach, but that's you. I'm going to step back. This episode
with 33 years experience.
Yeah. I'm gonna humble myself. All right. So, who's your favorite superhero and why?
Well, my favorite superhero is my dad. He owned a Texaco gas station and worked 12, 14, 16 hours a day. And yet, every time he came home at night, he had time to play ball with me. Never told me he was too tired. Never told me he was too busy or worn out. And the older I got, the more I respected that. And so my dad was the greatest man I ever knew, and he's my superhero. But if you talk about Marvel or DC, whatever, I got to go. You talk about an OG, Superman. Superman's mine. I mean, everybody's got a kryptonite. And when I coached, I'd tell our players, that other team over there's got a kryptonite. We just got to find it.
There you go.
Look until you find it, and then don't let up.
I got to steal that. No, so since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Mine is "I Lived" by One Republic. I lived. The words to that song are so good. I just pulled them up. It says, "Hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. Hope that when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, it's screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. I just love that song.
That's Kevin. I think that's probably the best theme song we've had on the show. I'm sorry to all the other 220 people that have done the show with us, but that nobody's broken down quite like that. I like that.
My granny would say that's stronger than horseradish, but that is strong.
That's strong.
One Republic, I think they sing that "Too Late to Apologize," right? Is that who that is?
I think so.
I think that's okay.
But just great words to live by, and a challenge I would give to my kids and my former players, and I love that song.
Hey, on behalf of the SLT Nation, we want to welcome you to our family. So, B. Jones, take it away, man.
Hey, well, stay relaxed because first and foremost, welcome to the family. Your story is crazy, man. And I'm going to tell you something. You can have this platform 1,000 times over because what we're about to talk about is about to be the bomb. We're about to give some people some opportunities to get plugged in with something that to me is needed in every community around the country. We need more Sam Weather. We need more of you. We need more of you out there in the world. But let's talk a little bit about, because I want them to put some spec on your name. You know what I'm saying? So now you came up hooping. Now did you get buckets, Sam? Okay.
No,
okay.
I played football and baseball. I never played basketball past the 7th grade, and I was going to be a football coach. And I did my student teaching at Abilene Wiley when it was a rural school. And the first girls basketball game I ever saw, I coached. I was a student teacher, and things were a little bit different back then. And they'd had a coach quit just as school started. And so they said, you coach JV football and then JV boys and girls basketball, and we'll pay a teacher $500 to go with you and act like they're the ones that are making all the decisions. And so I got a great opportunity, and I fell in love with girls basketball.
Wow.
Fell in love with it. It just said, that's where God wants me, and that's where I fit. And for 33 years, I was a head coach. I was really fortunate, never was an assistant. Of course, I've had to apologize to those girls I coached that first year as a rookie. Woo! But I was a head coach for 33 years and loved it. Had some great players.
And you were celebrated because of your success as a coach. In 1999, you were awarded by the Women's Basketball Coaches Association as a Hall of Fame 500 Victory Club. So you actually not only just embraced coaching, you took it to the next level and found a way to win on the court.
Well, I set some goals. I'm very goal oriented, and I wanted to average 20 wins a year in my coaching career, and was fortunate to have done that. And we finished with 600 and something wins, but I had some great players that made me so proud and achieved so much away from the court. I always felt like my responsibility was I had 4 years to get them ready for the next 40.
Wow.
And that was my responsibility. It wasn't to teach them just how to close out on a shooter or how to block out and rebound or kick it out and fill the lanes on a fast break, but to get them ready for life, because life will knock you right in the mouth immediately and over, and how to recover. I told them this, that the most important skill in your life is the ability to recover from disappointment. Because you're going to get some disappointments in life. Maybe a bad diagnosis from a doctor. Maybe it's your partner walking in one day and saying adios. Maybe getting fired from a job. But what are you going to do now? And I always try to get my players to learn the skill of being able to recover from that disappointment of whatever it might be.
Won't he do it? Hey, Sam, getting on this thing preaching today.
Yeah, we're going to have church here in a minute.
We about to go to church.
That's right. That's right.
I'm glad you said that, Coach, because I'm disappointed in B. Jones all the time. So my bad.
Wait, Coach, I'm glad you said that because he need to know something about closing out. He done talked us up on some games with some WNBA players. So I'm hoping that you teach him how to close out on some defense.
Okay, everybody go back and they watch all the shows. They know it's you that's getting us in trouble. So now we got a game against two of the best shooters in the world because of him.
There you go.
Hey, Coach, we in trouble. All right, well, but let's talk about this thing. Let's talk about your love for basketball and why we have the 33-year career OG Sam Nichols on the microphone. And let's talk about basketball smiles, because I had to read about it, and this thing is it's an amazing program. Tell us a little bit about your coaching.
We were in San Jose, California at the women's Final Four, and this coach comes up to me and says, I really appreciated your acceptance speech in the 600 Club, and I'd love for you to come to my country and do a camp for my kids and a clinic for our coaches. But I coach in the absolutely poorest area, highest murder rate per square mile in the Caribbean. Nobody cares about my kids, and I can't pay you anything. And I said, I'll be there. And she said, no, you didn't hear me. And she went ahead and repeated. And I said, no, you didn't hear me. I said I'd come. And that first year, at the invitation of Coach Patty Johnson from H.O. Nash Junior High in Nassau in the Bahamas, I went by myself over to Nassau to check this thing out. And that first year, guys, in the middle of the inner city, I had 85 kids on one court and 6 basketballs by myself. And I said, God, if you get me out of here alive, we're on to something. We are on to something.
What was the skill level like, though, Coach? Were there 85 kids who were familiar, or were you like literally teaching like, that's double dribble, baby? That's your goal.
Well, I had them from 5 to 20.
Okay.
Ages 5 to 20. So I just saw the potential there. And Patty and I made a decision when we started Basketball Smiles that no child would ever pay, no child would ever be turned away. And next year, guys, will be our 24th year. The 26th kid that registers will be number 12,000 that's come through our program. Probably the largest free basketball camp in the Caribbean. And it'll be number 12,000. And we've given away over 8,000, 9,000 basketballs because we didn't have the funding at the beginning. But one of our coaches one year was doing a dribbling drill and in the group of the station and said, when y'all go home after camp, you can work on this drill by yourselves. And they just looked at me, so what's the matter? I said, Coach, none of us have a ball. And when my wonderful wife, Sandy, heard that story, she said, next year, Sam, every kid's going to get a basketball. And I said, honey, that's a lot of basketballs. And she said, well, we've got a big God, and at your camp at McMurray, every kid gets the ball. And I said, yeah, but they pay me to come to that camp. But she said, I don't care. And some 8,500 or so basketballs later, every kid gets a basketball. We feed them a nutritious meal every day. And it's just a wonderful thing that we're privileged to have some great coaches that go with me. I go to my some Texas coaches that have gone with me for years. Travoisi Jackson from over at Burleson, Taylor Luster from Burleson, Cameron Price at North Crowley, David Bookman, who just got the head coaching job at Carrollton Creekview, Jonathan Gibson from down at Bowling, Xavier Jackson from Wharton, and Cameron Hurd at Wharton, Adam Young from Lubbock, and then Kyle and Renee Williams from here in Abilene. All these coaches raise their own money, pay their own way, go over there and love on the kids, and and teach them the game.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of like a culmination of a ministry trip, almost with like a basketball. That's what's dope, because to be able to fuse like helping people and giving back with something that we all love, like sports brings the world together. It is the one language that everyone can speak, no matter race, creed, color, size, gender. It don't matter. We all speak sports, and then you actually bundle that in with the ability to help people in a lesser or in a impoverished community. Man, that's cool. Well, bow down to all you guys.
Well, my dad and mom taught me that either everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's
you was raised by some good people.
Oh, I had some raising, but we go over there and we have a team time where we talk to the kids about nonviolent conflict resolution. How do you keep from just pulling a gun on somebody or grabbing something and hitting them with it? We talk to the girls about setting boundaries with the guys. We talk to the guys about how a gentleman treats a lady. And when I have these coaches, these great young coaches, and gray hair has to respect young legs. And these young legs that I have with these coaches, they do such a wonderful job of telling these kids how it is and giving them some skills that are going to transcend basketball. We talk to them about making good decisions, and in line with what I said earlier, what do you do when you made a bad decision? You just shut the game down? No, you learn to recover and learn to make the next best decision. You focus on that one. but because we're all going to make mistakes. And sometimes mentally kids shut down when they make a mistake because they feel so unworthy, and the guilt of that mistake just sits on top of them like an elephant. And you've got to tell them you can recover from just about anything in this world. And so we love going over there. We've had some great stories. We have some kids that have been some great players, and we have some other kids that are just average players, just like a camp here in the States. But we've made some wonderful relationships over there in the Bahamas, and we're always looking for people to partner with us because, again, we are committed that no child will ever pay anything, and no child will ever be turned away.
Do you take on volunteers if people want to go with you, Coach? Maybe to be a ball boy. That's right. So that's reason one. That's reason one why we got you on the show. But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know about Basketball Smiles when Kevin first he said, "Hey man, I got us lined up with the guest. He's a meteorologist." And then I started looking at your story. I thought the purpose of this story today was about somebody who had done something for 33 years and was able to turn the. I mean, like, think about that, man. You were doing one thing for 33 years and you turned the page. You went into something else and became excellent. You're on TV. You over there repping at KTAB. You the head meteorologist or the chief meteorologist. That's what I thought the story was about, of inspiration. I was like, well, you know what? It's hope for me and Kevin. We can start late and still make this thing happen.
Hey, listen here. You heard about the guy that took the donkey to the Kentucky Derby. He was back there in the paddock, and the guy came up to him and said, that donkey's kind of out of place here. And he said, oh, I know, but just hanging around these thoroughbreds, maybe some of their greatness will rub off on them. And that's kind of how I've been. I've been able to be around so many great people that have helped me professionally and personally. And I'm just, again, just catching the afterglow from so many other great people that took care of me. That's for sure.
Man,
but, we're always looking for coaches or people that want to help us at different levels. People can call me or email me, and we can get together. And we've had some great coaches. I've had some like Travoisi over there at Burleson. He's been with me 6 years, and Jonathan down at Bowling 7 years. And we've had some great coaches that go with us. That's for sure. Is
it difficult to kind of go back and forth through the worlds? Like, I mean, to pull this camp together, knowing that 90% of your time or 80% of your time during the regular world, you're a meteorologist, right? But then you have to kind of put that coaching hat back on. I know 33 years is a lot of gas and not a lot of miles on them tires, right? But
I love it.
But is it difficult switching back and forth?
Well, the kids keep you young, and there's still a lot of players that I've coached that speak to me at the store, and they still call me coach. In fact, Tasha Cobbs Leonard has a song that she says, "God, make me a miracle. God, I'll be your miracle today." And I told our coaches, you can be somebody's miracle. And it may be just a little bit of encouragement here or there, but you have a chance to be a miracle for a kid that might change their life forever.
All right. Well, Kevin, did you have anything before
No, man. I'm just soaking all this information.
I know
it's great, man.
Kevin, we got to figure out how we gonna get over there to the Bahamas, man. We got to get over there to the Caribbean and teach some basketball.
Yeah, but we got to go for basketball, B. Jones. Not for other reasons. We got to go for basketball.
Keep him straight, Kevin. Keep him straight.
What B. Jones? He was supposed to be at 7 a.m. I'm over there sipping on my tires. No, hey, all right, Coach. All right, Sam. Well, the title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next, and everybody want to know. Now that we locked in, we following this amazing story. What does the future hold for Basketball Smiles in your personal career?
Well, you said this show in your intro, you talk about how it's for rising stars, and that's how I see myself. I've still got mountains to climb. I still got goals and dreams and things. We're taking Basketball Smiles one day at a time. We work all year long on raising money and coordinating the efforts, but we plan to do it from now on. Sandy and I, that's our life's work. And we'll just see what God has next. This last year, he had us get shoes for every kid in camp, basically.
See, now you're talking my speed.
And so, we're just trying to have ears to hear and take care of business, whatever's in front of us, that's for sure. But we're certainly not ready to sit on the couch and in our bathrobe and watch Lifetime movies. No, sir. I've got things to do.
Well, Sam, that brings up an interesting point because, somebody sat through this. I know it's a lot of questions. Everybody can't go to the Caribbean with you. Unfortunately, we wish we all could, but there are other ways we could be an impact. We could give to the cause, right? Is there a way that people watching the show right now can give, or they can be a part of this from a monetary perspective?
Absolutely. We're a 501c3. Nobody takes a salary. Every bit of money that's given goes straight to these kids, these precious kids that nobody cares about, but God's given them to us to take care of. And basketballsmiles.com is our website, and we have a PayPal link there, or they can call me. I don't mind giving my number. It's 325-665-0675. They can text me. They can call me. And we love talking about our kids because they're the next generation of world changers in the Bahamas. They're going to be the leaders either for good or for bad, and we're going to make sure they're going to be for good. I firmly believe one day the prime minister of that country is going to be a Basketball Smiles kid.
Wow. That's big. That's big.
Yeah, but see, I'd rather dream big than not never dream at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, words that we live by all the time. All right, so do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Just to my Basketball Smiles coaches. Like I said, I spend a lot of my time with administrative work now, and at Travoisi and Taylor, Cameron, David, Gibson, Xavier, Cameron, Kyle and Renee and Adam, they do the work. They're the ones that are doing the actual hard work with those kids. We're outside. The heat index over there is about 105 degrees, and we go from 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. And you couldn't do it by yourself. I can't anymore.
Well, Coach, I'm out. I'm out of here. my Basketball Smiles career lasted about 2 minutes. God, dog, Coach, what on fire?
Yeah, it's tough. The temperature's about 92 and 80% humidity, But the kids just make you forget all about that because they're so eager for somebody to care about them, and they're so responsive. They just make you forget about your fatigue or anything else. You just want to pour yourself into them. That's for sure.
All right, Coach. So this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call it the person that you think should have next. Tell me, I think
Travoisi Jackson, the head basketball coach at Burleson, is somebody that would give you a great perspective. One of the things that I've been able to, I'm in a lot of groups on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, and you see this coach got hired here and this coach got hired here, and I am so excited to see the number of minority coaches that are rising up that love the game, whether it's football or baseball or basketball, that are not just there. They're there as real students of the game and can teach the game and get kids to the next level. I see that in West Texas with football and basketball and baseball, and I see it in the Metroplex and metropolitan areas, and that's exactly what we need. That is so crucial to see coaches that know the game and can teach the game, but yet can come from a different cultural perspective.
Sam, you gonna mess around? Boy, I tell you the truth. You gonna set them on fire. You gonna set the world on fire. Listen, Travoisi, am I saying that correctly? Coach Jackson. Let's just say Coach Jackson.
Travoisi. Travoice. Went to Midland. Grew up in Midland. Went to Nebraska to play basketball. Has coached down in the Central Texas area. Then has just come to Burleson. He's an impressive young man.
Well, he gonna impress Sports Life Talk Nation because we gonna reach out to you, and we hope you come on and join the show. But with that being said, Coach Sam, Meteorologist Sam, the OG, man, you are super impressive yourself. I love listening to you talk. I wish we could have had this thing for an hour because I promise you gonna start a revival on the Sports Life Talk revival. We're gonna all start with you, and we are rooting for you every step of the way. You're smart. You're encouraging. You're a trailblazer. You're bold. You're ambitious. Keep doing your thing. Keep rising because Sam Nichols, you got next. Sports Life Talk Nation. Ooh.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it so much.
Oops, we did it again. We told y'all, me and Kevin don't play. We gonna keep bringing y'all heat. We gonna keep bringing y'all amazing stories. If you didn't enjoy that one, hey, listen, go check out the other 200 and some episodes. But if you did enjoy it, remember what I asked you at the beginning. Share, because we gotta spread the word of Basketball Smiles. And 2, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Stick around. I promise you, we got something for everybody, and we're gonna keep bringing y'all heat. That is our commitment. I plugged it earlier, shamelessly. Kevin and I, we go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. So all you got to do is smash the subscribe button. Come hang out with us. It's a live audience. And so you guys get to ask us questions, interact. As when Kevin says something trash, you get to dump on him. You get to kill him right there on the spot. And also right now we're giving out some free t-shirts at Sports Life Talk on our IG page. Tag 5 friends. Just share them. Just share the show with us. All you got to do. You ain't got to say nothing positive. Just tag 5 friends. Slide in our DMs. Let us know your size and your address. We're going to shoot you over a Sports Life Talk t-shirt. Kevin, what am I missing, man?
Man, nothing. This show's pretty much spoke for itself, B. Jones. There's not much I can actually say. So, Coach Nichols,
I feel like we did something good too. I don't know. I'm feeling juiced right now. I feel like I did something good.
Well, you
did nothing.
You really didn't. So I don't know where that feeling came from.
Because I'm with Sam. I'm rolling with Sam. That's where it comes from.
Hey, thank you so much, Coach, for rocking with us. This has been a blessing.
Well, you bet. Just remember, either everybody counts or nobody counts.
Hey, give us those One Republic. I need those One Republic lyrics. You still got them up? I need them lyrics.
I got them.
Hope.
I got them.
Here we go. Let's go.
I hope that when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, it's screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that if you fall into love and it hurts so bad, the only way you can know you gave it all you had. And I hope that you didn't suffer, but take the pain. Hope that when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I owned every second this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yes, with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
I love it. One Republic. Shout out to y'all. Coach Sam, we appreciate you joining the show. Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better, and keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.